2 weeks ago, students involved in Washington and Lee University's mock convention thought they had a good idea of who the Democratic Party's presidential nominee would be. But the results in Iowa and New Hampshire have created chaos.
We'll be working up until Session 4 on Saturday to get this thing right.
W and L students have gotten it wrong only twice since 1948. The students are feeling the pressure. They don't want to become the third.
The political team will make the decision 5 minutes before they announce it.
The results in Iowa's caucus weren't finalized for days because the mobile app used to tally the votes crashed. Former South Bend, Indiana Mayor Pete Buttigieg narrowly defeated Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders.
Iowa was definitely chaotic. Our head of operations, John Harashinsky, was actually in Iowa at the time, so we were getting live reports about what was going on. And just the whole thing about the Buttigieg surprise and then the whole snafu with the app and all that kind of had us a little worried for a while.
Mott Kahn's political team then met with every state chair to reevaluate their initial predictions. New Hampshire's results didn't help because Sanders narrowly defeated Buttigieg.
You can't take the New Hampshire primary for everything, but considering we only have one primary and one caucus preceding our convention, we obviously pay close attention.
The big surprise in New Hampshire was Minnesota Senator Amy Klobuchar. She finished a strong third.
Amy Klobuchar showed that she can gain a lot of supporters quite quickly with her New Hampshire performance. An exit poll from CBS yesterday showed that 69% of her supporters in the New Hampshire primary had decided to vote for her in the last week. That bespeaks something really strong in a primary where we've seen a lot of people entrenched in their camps.
Mott Kahn is still considering 5 candidates. One of them is former Vice President Joe Biden. He finished 4th in Iowa and 5th in New Hampshire.
He was the front runner this whole time. It's too early to write him off. There's still a lot of support for him.
Former New York City Mayor Mike Bloomberg is a wild card.
Bloomberg is sort of the X factor in all this because he entirely bucks convention.
Mott Kahn will be held at the university's tennis center. In the past, it was held in the gym, which is being renovated. Students and university workers began setting up for the convention after a women's basketball game Tuesday night. The changes include carpet, drapes, and new doors.
Every little detail that you see has been thought through, trying to mimic what has happened at previous mock conventions and real conventions and what's going to happen this summer in Milwaukee. We want to make this thing right.
Students know they've done everything they can to make the event a success.
It's definitely a mix between panic and just excitement. I've definitely hit more the excitement phase, and at least with operations, it's a lot of planning is done by now. We know more or less what to expect.